I gotta change the description of this, bro. Honestly, maybe I get rid of the number. I don't want to get banned again. So do that. Alright, so we'll get rid of that for the title. Kind of a little bit of a lackluster title, but it's okay. It's fine. I don't even think I need this. This is the good one. All right. Had a pretty good week. Plus FOMC, so I actually made like 86,000. What the fuck? That's insane. All right. A lot size guide video. It's not that hard. All you need to do is it's literally what, it's easy as this. I don't know. It's just like, how big is your stop loss? Stop loss is 15 pips. I want to risk $5,000. And then there you go. You enter 3.3 into the trade. That's all it is. Pretty easy. All right. Let me go get my other computer real quick. And we'll get started here. All right, everyone like the stream before we get started. Let me pull the chat up. Okay, chat is here. All right, cool. What's up, Viga? Are you switching up your strap? What? Why would I switch up my strap? 15 points. That was just an example. That wasn't an actual thing. Nah, I coded it myself. Like 3 pips in 1 second? That is absolutely not enough. Been ages I haven't seen this guy. Really? Oh. Lots changed, hopefully, for the better. All right, cool. Can you guys hear me or no? You should be able to hear me. Hello? Hello? Yeah. You guys should be able to hear me. So I think it's just you. Yeah. You just asked ChatGPT to code a loss size calculator? Maybe. I don't know. I just did it myself, so I don't know if that's even possible, but I wouldn't doubt it that much. Yeah. All right. Got 55 people in here. That's pretty good. How many accounts are you in sync? No, I just trade one account. That's it. Just trade one account. My own money, and that's what I do. I can't find your core live trades because they're for the students. All right, let's get started here. So this week was a pretty crazy week. I made $36,600 on my normal trading account, and then I made another $46,200 on options. So I made around $80,000 this week. Most of that was on FOMC though. Without FOMC, I made like a smooth 20, a little bit less. Yeah. So yeah, overall, very, very good week. But hey, we got to count FOMC because that was part of things. And I don't know, we took that trade intentionally. It was very calculated, and we ended up winning it. So that was great. So yeah, I'm not going to go over the FOMC trade. If you want like the full breakdown of that, just go watch my recent video. It's a full 10-minute video of the whole entire FOMC trade, the broker statements of it, the Robinhood recordings, and exactly why I took it. So go watch that if you're here for the FOMC trade. And yeah, we'll just go over what happened other than that. So other than that, I took one loss, one win, and then one loss and one win, because I took two trades on this day. So I went 2-2 this week and one no trade on Wednesday, even because this is FOMC. So for the normal stuff we're going to be going over today, I went 2 wins, 2 losses, and one no trade. So I guess not like the best week ever, but I mean, our wins were a lot bigger than our losses. And again, that's why things work out very nice. If you're scared to enter on a funded, then just use a little bit amount of money and slowly build up until you feel more confident in everything. How is your losses smaller than your wins when you take 1-to-1 RRs? I don't take 1-to-1 RRs. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. This one right here is a 1-to-1.4. So, and my losses aren't full losses all the time. So, yeah. Your starting capital if it's your own account. My starting capital was 100K that I made from prop firms that I threw into a live account. And that's how I started my live account. All right, let's get started here. I did not mean to move that. All right, Monday fun day. So on Monday, I ended up taking a loss. I took a short in USD loss. Honestly, I'm pretty sure Monday just wasn't a very good day for the strat. I remember this, and basically, we wicked out the top and wicked out the bottom, and there's a fair value gap here. So overall, I think this is just a sharp losing day, because if you took the longs here, you lost. If you took the shorts here, we had this fair value gap that we did have marked out, so you had to like take profit here, and then you maybe would have won. So I don't know. Monday was pretty tough though. So we wicked out the top, obviously off the first candle, and then we did end up coming back down, and then we did fill this value gap. So overall, I didn't take any trades on NASDAQ on this day. I took it on US30. But overall, I do think the longs you definitely would have lost on. And then you definitely could have won these shorts, because if you're going to wick out the top and then push back below our reaction off this level, you can take that short there, which is what I have marked out. And then you'd either have to target halfway or the full fair value gap here. And then you actually would have won that. So I think there is a potential for a losing trade here and then a winning trade. I'm not sure how good of a second push this really gave, because I didn't take it. So yeah, I would say if you took the longs, maybe you were a little bit too aggressive. And then if you took the shorts, you actually should have won based off this fair value gap. I didn't take any trades on NASDAQ on Monday though. So we will move on to Tuesday. Keep moving stuff. Tuesday. I don't think I took any on Tuesday either. Tuesday, I took US30 as well. Great. All right, so Tuesday. Oh yeah, Tuesday just looked horrible because we were at all-time highs. Yeah, so basically, the only thing that really happened for Tuesday on NASDAQ was a nice little push up off rip. But this level was not here originally, and we were at all-time highs. So therefore, I didn't really have a top level. Therefore, I wasn't really looking for longs anyway. So that's why I just avoided NASDAQ completely on this day as well. We were at all-time highs. So there's not going to be any levels here because there's no past price action to go off of at all. So yeah, I didn't take anything because I was only looking for shorts. We had news at 9 or something happened at 9. So I was only looking for shorts because we were at all-time highs. And obviously we didn't get any of that. We had a wick out of basically nothing, push out, wick out, and then a slight push down. But basically just a bunch of chops. So no trades on Tuesday either for NASDAQ. This will be a nice quick one. This is the FOMC trade. Earlier in the day for the normal strategy, I didn't really see much here. I had a level, where's my level based off of? My level was based off like here. Level was based off here. Well, obviously come up, boom, retrace. We never gave a good second push though. Therefore, I didn't take it. So honestly, I don't even know if I took, did I take NAS at all? I only took one trade on NASDAQ the whole entire week and it ended up being a losing trade. So NASDAQ just wasn't good this week. And that's very different than most times. A lot of times NASDAQ is actually very consistent. And then this week it was just horrible, right? So again, we had our first push. We had our retrace. Never got our second push. Therefore, did not enter. And on Wednesday, there was no trades. So yeah. And then I ended up taking my FOMC trade here. But yeah. For the normal strategy, there was not really anything. We came up, retraced, never gave a second push until this. And then obviously at 9:50, I'm not really looking for trades anymore. And then shorts wise, it looks like the same exact thing here. Like maybe you could have had a level here. First push, retrace, no second push. So there was just nothing. It was just a bunch of chop. So ended up not taking anything on Wednesday besides my FOMC trade, which I did very, very well on. And then Thursday, I did end up taking a trade and I actually lost this. This was really unfortunate. So this looks like it would be a nice, easy trade, but in the moment, it really wasn't. So boom, we have our bottom level here. What do we see? We saw a push, we saw a retrace, and then we saw a second push. And basically what happened was, this is what the price action looked like. We came down and then we came up. And we closed a really bad candle right here. And I got out based off that. And then we went down. I'll actually show you guys in the 1 minute. Let me show you guys. So a lot of people are asking, why are your losses sometimes smaller than a 1-to-1 RR? Is because I use a soft stop loss. So I take out manually. I take out when I am no longer confident in the trade, whether it's past my stop loss or before my stop loss a little bit. Yeah, so you'll see here. So we got our first push. And we retraced very, very nice back above this level and closed. And then we did get our second push. Boom. And then look at this. Look at how this candle closed here, boys. Boom. We close bullish. We wick everything out and close above this level. That's something that I am not confident in my trade anymore at that point. Therefore, I took out off the closure of this candle. Then as you guys can see, right as I took out, boom, we come all the way down, smash, take profit. But that's just how it goes sometimes, right? Not very good price action for my strategy and pretty unlucky, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. So I ended up losing this trade, even though it looks like a very, very easy winning trade here. Look, we just dumped all the way down. Ended up losing this one. A little bit unfortunate, but I was able to get it back on a different trade on this day. So yeah, it would have been, in my opinion, a losing trade if you're following the soft stop loss rules that I use. If you're holding it, you actually would have won. So again, a lot of people like to complain, oh, Vito has a soft stop loss and it saves them. Sometimes it actually hurts me. And this is one of the times where it does hurt me. So there you go. That was the trade on Thursday for NASDAQ, but pretty simple stuff. Push, retrace, second push, enter, stop loss above the level, take profit at liquidity back here. Yeah, major liquidity. News liquidity right there. And then Friday for NASDAQ, I don't trade Fridays, but I do believe it would have been a win. Yes, it would have been a win. I actually took the hypothetical trade on live stream. I said where I would have entered if I was trading, and it ended up being a very, very nice win here. So we got our level here. What do we see in the moment? Boom, we see a push, pretty nice retrace, second push, enter, stop loss above the level, take profit at liquidity. Would have been a very, very nice, easy trade here. I did not take it because historically Fridays just haven't been very good for me, so I've been taking a break from Fridays recently. So yeah, if I did trade, it would have been a win, but I did not trade on Friday just because of historical reasons of the strat not being as good on Friday. But it would have been a win, so that's at least nice. So overall, NASDAQ just wasn't very good this week. Monday would have been no trade. Tuesday would have been no trade. Wednesday would have been no trade as well. Thursday would have been a loss. Friday would have been a win. So it would have been like a break-even week on NASDAQ, which isn't really that bad, but obviously we're used to better. So yeah, that's how NASDAQ looked. I only took one trade on NASDAQ the whole entire week and ended up being a loss. So that was pretty unfortunate. But yeah, that is how NASDAQ looked. So any questions on that? What questions we got? When are you buying your new car? I have a Lamborghini right now, so I don't really need another car, to be honest. I love my Lamborghini. It's really nice. Bro cooked during FOMC. I mean, I gave it out to you guys for free too, so you guys should have as well. Once I start seeing like, I'll probably give it to the end of the year on Fridays, and then I'll look back and I'll be like, okay, our Friday's really that bad, and then I'll do some reanalysis in there. Is it okay to only focus on trading Bitcoin for a few months to get comfortable since it's slower price action? No. I think crypto and futures are extremely different. So I think if you learn the crypto price action, it's probably going to do more harm than good when you move on to futures, because then you're just not going to be prepared for how fast it is, in my opinion. When we're at all times, you don't tend to look online, so go for service. Yeah, so the problem is when we're at all-time highs, there's no past price action to put an upper level, right? So you're basically just entering off your hopes and dreams, and that's not something I really love to do. So I definitely prefer shorts at all-time highs. It's a free premium person it's free to watch. Yeah, my like education on my strategy is free for everyone. How is your risk stop loss so small compared to your wins? And you use a 1-to-1 RR. It's not. I mean, my losses aren't really that small. Like what? This is a $9,000. This is a $9,000 loss, and this is a $9,500 loss. So what? Here I lost 0.9 RR, and here I lost 0.95 RR. So it's not really that crazy. Just when I win, my trades are usually between like a 1-to-1 and a 1-to-2 RR. This one was a little bit of a larger trade, but what? This is a 1-to-1.5 RR, and then this is a 1-to-1.6 RR. So it's not really that crazy. I'm not really losing. I don't know. It's just all based off RR. That's it. I don't take 1-to-1 RRs. I don't know why people think that. I don't. Sometimes it is, but most times it's not going to be. I would say on average, my R is like a 1-to-1.5. I decided to take 2 trades on Friday. You mean on this day? I just thought because US30 just gave a very, very good setup. And quite honestly, I made $60,000 a day before. So I'm like, okay, I should be fine to take this. And I was pretty confident in it. And yeah, so I very, very rarely will take 2 trades, but I thought the setup was good enough on US30 for me to take. So I decided to do it anyway. When do you think the next tariffs are coming out? I don't think they will be coming out. I think it's all just speculation. And price action is going to be horrible in the end of the year? No, I don't think so. Where's your strategy? Velocity trading. You recommend Fund Trading Plus? No. Their fills have just not been good recently. Yeah. Let's do. So from the data, you could easily do for 2-to-1s minimum. Nah, sometimes. So 2-to-1 RR seems great, but a lot of times it won't actually get that far and it'll turn around because you got to be careful with liquidity and stuff. So I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? So it's working well for me, so I need to do it. You think it's possible to turn 5K into $1 million in 2026 trading? No. Guys, you guys got to understand. All the people who are turning like 5K into $1 million, do you really think they're doing that for real? Like, come on. You would that would statistically mean you're the best trader of all time, times like 10. I make like 1 or 2% per trade. What even is that? What percent is 5K into $1 million? Let's see. No, I need it the other way. Or percent gain, yeah, is 5K into $1 million. So do you think it is possible for you to make a $20,000% increase if the top hedge funds in the world are like doing like 40%, right? You really think you can make a 20,000% increase? Like, guys, come on. We got to use our brains here. Dude, I am making like 1 to 2% per trade. Like, come on. Let's be realistic here. It's crazy, man. You give your insight on the upcoming FOMCs as well? I don't know. It's going to depend. The FOMC was just really easy to understand what's going on. So, yeah. Yeah, redo the levels pre-market. On average, you take more than 1 trade per day? No. Just look at the screen. 1 trade, 1 trade, 1 trade, 1 trade, 1 trade. This is the only day I took 2 trades. Thursday was one for me. I caught NQ shorts. Yeah, I got kind of cooked on those. I got pretty unlucky on it. Yep. So I just take out manually for the soft stop loss. How is Hero FX legal in the U.S. if it's CFDs and those are illegal in the U.S.? They just fucking make it work. They're unregulated, so they don't have to go by the rules, right? So yeah, when it's unregulated, it doesn't matter because they don't report to the SEC of the U.S. So therefore, the rules that the SEC have on the U.S. don't apply because they're unregulated. Fred Energy Trading Plus or Top Step? I think Top Step's better. Yeah, so I was right on the trade on Thursday, but my soft stop loss rules just made me lose it, so it's pretty unlucky. How did I feel for the first time? Like trading a lot of money. I didn't really feel that crazy because I built it up over time. It was like years of just building up. So the money just slowly got bigger. There was no day where I went from like $1,000 to $10,000. No, I was just slow progress every day. So I made it really easy. How do you make sure your losses are small? I mean, I'm still taking out around the stop loss, so that's it. I think price is going to be good heading into the end of the year because it's Q4, and that's when the most money is transacted around the world. So yeah. How people from the Discord have been getting payouts recently? Yes, that's because what I do works for everyone, so it's cool, and I literally have a free course on it. So even though a lot of the students are making money every day, a lot of the free members are too because the education is free, so they can use it as well. So yeah. I'm from South Africa. You inspire me. I love it, bro. Maybe we can get a new detailed vid on levels. I mean, they're so self-explanatory, and I literally live stream myself doing the levels every morning. So if you want that, just pull up to the free live stream on Monday and Friday. And yeah. Thoughts on alpha futures? I've never used them, unfortunately. But I've heard good things about them. Why don't you have live trading? Because I used to have live trading, and then people just became signal bots. And then I had a bad week, and then everyone lost. Everyone just turned really toxic, and it just wasn't worth it. And no one was actually learning. They were just copying me. So yeah, and I've seen better results after stopping the live trading. But I still record my trades just so people can look back and see like what I was doing. A BPR is just 2 overlapping fair value gaps. That's it. Bro, it feels unreal to feel like what delusional world 1 click making 5K is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems like unreal, but it's not really unreal when you've been doing this for years and years and you've been through so much, right? It's like the light at the end of the tunnel at that point. Why do I think NQ price action was poor? I wish I knew. If I knew, I'd be the best trader of all time. I don't know. At what level of income do you start buying expensive stuff? I don't know. I don't really buy expensive stuff. The only expensive thing I've ever bought is my apartment that I'm in Miami and a Lamborghini, and that's it. I never really bought anything else. I literally still wear the same clothes as when I was in high school. So yeah. What do you tell yourself after losing trade? I know I'm going to get it back, so it's whatever. I mean, I know I'm going to make it back because I trust my method, so I don't trip about it too much. New level video, please. Maybe I'll make an updated one if you guys really want it. What should a beginner trader do during the weekend? I'll just look back like I'm doing right now, just see like what you did and what the market looked like, right? So the market looked like this on this day. I took this trade, I lost. What happened, right? Just stuff like that. Do you think your students are able to be consistent winners? Yeah, obviously. Most of them are. Like 70% of them win week over week. How do you make so much money in one trade? Because I put a lot of money in. High risk, higher risk, higher reward. That's how things work. How much do I risk per trade? I risk like 7.5 to 10K per trade. So link to your Discord, please. It's linked in the description. Just start using the levels so close to my funded. Love it, bro. Awesome. Bro, oh my God, there's so many chats. I'm trying to read all of them. I'm sorry. Bro, are you real? No, I'm not real, actually. This is pre-recorded, and I just somehow knew you were going to say. Do you have other businesses besides trading? Yes. How does a BPR even exist? Second value gap literally filled the entry the first value gap, but it didn't fill it well, right? If there's a little amount of orders here, a little amount of orders here, it doesn't really make it. It's like, I don't know, it's like two negatives don't really make a positive that well. So if there's little orders here and little orders here, why not just go back and make a ton of orders, right? So I understand your question, but a fair value gap means that there's little orders. So it's like little orders and then little orders again, right? So it's like, okay, it would want to fill this one and it would want to fill this one. So I don't know. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, I remark out my levels every morning. What do you do on the weekend besides hitting gym and going to church? Just side quests. I just enjoy my life because, yeah, it's good to work a lot. But, you know, it's good to chill. Weekends are normally my chill day. Everyday trades are really good to learn. Should make another photo where you post everyday trades. I already have that. I have that. Right here, live streams. So I post my trades. There, the recordings of it. Bro, I have a 1.5 hour and 9% win rate trade every day in New York Bitcoin session, but lose all my money over trading. That's not, I mean, if you have a 9% win percentage, if you're over trading, then that shouldn't be possible. So you're just being stupid then, to be honest. I see a lot of members trying to use stop losses. How you actually hold through when it cut your losses. I mean, it's all market experience, so that's why they're not really that good at it. Do I trade props? No, I don't. I use my own money. More vlogs? Yes, the vlogs will be coming soon. You got to race your dad in the vet? Yeah, his is, I mean, it's across the country, so that's the problem. You start trading when you were 17? Yes, I did. There wasn't a backtesting session last week because the backtesting session was done through Discord last week. It can be winners, but it's hard to become consistently winning. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, there's too many comments. I'm going to scroll down. Sorry. Stream is delayed? Yeah, obviously. What's your strategy? Velocity trading. Goes each day in another folder? No, because I don't want to flood it. And I post the trade recap for a reason so that you don't have to watch a fucking half-hour long video. I can just go over it in like 5 minutes. It's so much easier. I'm in Miami right now. When are you turning 20? I'm turning 20 this month, actually, which really sucks. But it is. How old was I when I started consistently winning? 18. Start yesterday? I will. What was the hardest part for trading for you? Just learning the right information. I was misled like crazy the first couple of years. I mean, you can try and stack 20, 100K fundeds, but the rules on them are they're gonna do whatever it takes to try and stop you. So you got to be careful with it. You started learning to trade, did you tell anyone? Unfortunately, yes, and I probably shouldn't have. So yeah. What's it originally? I'm not gonna say, just for privacy and safety reasons. How do we get the Google Drive of your recaps? Be my student. Not gonna lie, after learning levels, I hate ICT. I mean, ICT's concepts aren't bad, but he isn't profitable himself. What made you start trading? The fact that I didn't want to work a 9 to 5 for 45 years of my life until I died. Guess what? Everything. Yeah, no, my parents tried to stop me from trading, actually. So you can't listen to anyone else. Where can I learn the levels? In my free Discord? That's it. What was the first thing you did when you turned profitable? Locked the fuck in and kept the momentum up. What is a safety concern about revealing the state you were born in, though? My family? Duh. All right, let's get started on US 30 here. Love the questions, though. I love the questions. Sorry that I couldn't get to all of them. But hopefully I answered enough of them. All right, let's get started on US 30 here. Monday fun day. Oh, my thing's about to die. All right, so Monday fun day. Monday fun day wasn't really that fun because I lost. So we had our bottom level here, and basically this looked really good. We had a massive CME gap. If you guys don't know what that is, that's a different strategy of mine that I go over in my Discord. But yeah, massive CME gap. So today looks absolutely phenomenal. Monday for US 30, because this is exactly what happened. I remember this. So we came up, boom. We came up, broke this level. I didn't enter long because there was a fair value gap here. When there's fair value gaps right where you're entering, you guys gotta be careful because a lot of times it's gonna reverse off those. So you need to kind of wait a little bit longer. And that's exactly what I did. I waited. I knew this fair value gap was here. I marked it out. Boom. We hit it. So I was waiting for it to kind of push more, and it never did. So we literally faked out to the upside, worked out for value gap, and then we pushed down. Since we saw a fake out to the upside and a wick out of an upper side for value gap, I decided to be more aggressive, and I entered the second we broke this level. I did not wait for a second push. This is something you can do with the strategy. Again, there's different entry models with the strategy always. So this is something that you can do, and I decided to be a little bit aggressive. Ended up biting me, and then we just kind of retraced all the way back up here. The reason why I went aggressive again is because we had a fake out, wicked out this upper fair value gap, and we have a massive CME gap. So this is just an extra confluence that helped. So honestly, this is a loss I'm willing to take. I thought this trade was very good. I'm very happy with the way I traded. And with a 70% win rate, this is just for the week. But with like a 70% win rate overall, you're just going to lose 30% of the time. You're just going to be okay with that, right? So this is one of the days where I'm very happy with how I traded. And it's just a loss that is unfortunate, but you got to get back at it the next day. So I thought this was a very, very good trade. Very happy with how I traded. I'd probably take this trade 10 times out of 10, to be honest. So unfortunate, but how it goes. And we lost about 9 bands on this trade. So let's go into Tuesday. Tuesday looked pretty good. So we were at all-time highs on Tuesday, if you remember me going over NASDAQ. So I wasn't even looking for longs at all. And then boom, we saw this really, really big move down here, and then we came all the way back up. So we had like a little fake out to the upside, and we didn't really have a good bottom level, but we had this massive fair value gap here, and we had this crazy, crazy wick out, right? Boom. And we worked out a fair value gap on the 1 minute here. That was really, really big, I remember. And then we came all the way back up. So it wasn't necessarily a level that we played off of, but I instead played it off a fake out of this way and that wick out of the fair value gap. So we saw our first push down to this fair value gap, then we saw this massive retrace, and then we came back up, worked out this level, and then gave a second push. So instead of playing the level, I used some common sense. I said, okay, if we wanted to go up, would we really come down, work this out, retrace, hit this level again, give a second push just to turn around? No. If we wanted to go up, we would have just wicked this out, retraced, and then went up. So if we're going to do all of this and then push back below this reaction, the chances are we're just going to go down for a little bit. And that's exactly what happened here. Boom, we went down. So I decided to take a trade off this. Bigger RR on this, 2 RR. And that's what I did. So although there wasn't a level, I used some common sense, and I used this fake out to the upside in this absolutely massive retrace here. Look at how big this retrace was here, boys. An 80 pip retrace, right? So again, this is where market experience comes into play, right? So I used some market experience here. I saw an absolutely massive retrace, and I saw a wick out to the upside. I thought, hey, that's good enough for me to disregard that there really isn't a good level here because of all-time highs. So I took it anyway and ended up having a very, very nice win. So that's what I did on Tuesday for US30, and that's how I made this pretty big trade. So I thought it was a very, very nice trade. Made a lot of sense. Again, fake out, push down into a fair value gap, 80 pip retrace, hit this top level even, come back down, second push, enter, take profit at liquidity right here. Very, very nice trade in my opinion. Wednesday, I didn't take any trades. Yeah, so this is my 3-minute rule coming into play. We had a fair value gap up here, so I didn't want to take this. So boom, I didn't take any longs because this fair value gap was a little bit worried about it. And then obviously no shorts came because we hit the level, never gave a second push. So I did not take any trades. And then this move, if you did take it, you did win. But again, I don't love trading US30 when we have a double wick out. It's just a little bit scary to me. So I ended up not taking a trade just because of that. When there's double wickouts in US30, I don't like to take it. And I don't like to take US30 after the first 3 minutes. If you did take it, you did win though. So congratulations to you. But I ended up not taking it for those 2 reasons. And that was FOMC day. So I knew I had an opportunity later into that day. Okay, and this trade was probably the most simple one you could get. We see a massive push up. This is what we go to sleep praying for. We want to see just big moves in one direction. It's the easiest stuff ever. I love it. So what do we see? Massive move. We have a level here. Take profit was based off this high right here. Start of this for value gap / this liquidity. So we have our top level here. What do we see? Push. We saw a pretty nice retrace back below level. Second push, enter. Push, retrace, second push, enter. This was very nice and easy, very textbook. Stop loss below level, take profit at liquidity or fair value gap. A little bit of both here, liquidity and the rest of this fair value gap to get filled. Take profit, smashed, and we ended up going all the way up. But again, don't get greedy, won the 1.3 RR on that. So that was pretty nice. So yeah, that was my week. Oh wait, I gotta go over Friday. But yeah, that was my trade on Thursday. Friday, I don't trade Fridays. Pretty sure you also didn't really give anything good. Yeah, again, double wick out on Friday. Therefore, I wouldn't be trading it anyway. So no trades on Friday either. So US30 did look a little bit better. Not like wicked good, but we had 1 loss, 1 win. And then, so we went 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 no trades. So nothing like really crazy on US30. But again, we made it work. And obviously this FOMC trade absolutely was the topping on everything for this week. So yeah, overall, pretty midweek, like looking back on it, we were able to capitalize very, very nicely on this. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with how things went this week. And that's going to wrap up the back testing. So what questions do we got before I go here, boys? What questions do we got? What questions? 5 for 5 this week and 2K payout. Love it, bro. That's amazing. What are those levels, though? The levels are what I used to trade. I appreciate the daily dash zone. Keep working, man. Trade from here to the F1CW on that. Yeah, made sense. What are those levels? How did I find them? I have a full free education on how to find them and everything. I started trading on funded accounts. Can you make an updated video on levels? Yeah, that's something I might do for sure. I'm almost ready to buy an eval. Yeah, just make sure you are truly prepared, and if you're not prepared, just stay on demo until you're ready. Ended the month with an 86% win rate. That's awesome. Mine was probably like, let's see. I had a really good week before I started tracking everything. Oh, this is November. Oh yeah, new. Bro, what the freak? How do I redo this? How do I? So I had a 61%, plus I had a very good week. So I probably had about a 70% win rate this month. So pretty happy with it. I did not have a 100K week, unfortunately. On YouTube, no, it's in my free Discord. What's your overall win rate? with which RR. My RR is different every single day because why would you have the same RR for a market that's different every day? My win rate over the past year, I would say, is probably around a 74%, somewhere between like a 71 and like a 76 win rate. I forget what it was. I can look back actually. When I stopped keeping, so it was about a 73.06 over 1 year. That's what it was. So yeah. How did I come up with this strat? Years of just watching the same thing happen over and over again. And then I just built a basic strategy and then adjusted it as I needed to. What's one thing you wish you knew when you began this strategy? Which your videos is a levels video. It's in my free Discord. How can you scale if you start low budget? I'm funded, but only 5K. Watch my first ever YouTube video. I talk about exactly how I went from $200 to like 200K. Here, how do I flip it? This one right here. How I turned $240 into the 200K as a teenager. This is one of my first videos ever. That's 10K views now. That's insane. That's so funny. But yeah, this is me going over how to like multiply fundeds and do all that. Who did you watch when you were younger on YouTube for trading? No one good. They all just misled me, to be honest. How are you planning to scale up to $1 million a month? I'll probably just risk a little bit more on my trading and then lock into my other businesses as well. You've been super helpful on your recordings. Can you share a trade locker screen where the actual trading is happening instead of the trading view being more helpful to actually see the real data? That's the problem. The trade locker is not the real data. The trading view is the real data. I pay extra to get the real data. Every broker is not the official price action, and that's why I do it. Because this is CBOT, so this is the actual futures chart. And on Trade Locker, you'll see, right? You can look up NASDAQ. Look how many NASDAQs there are for every broker. So all of these are just replicas of the real one, and I show the real one and trade off the real one because I need the official price action. Can you post it? Can you post on Vito IRL? Maybe. Who knows? Well, I posted one time, and then the video got taken down immediately, so that was kind of annoying. How long till you're at $1 million a month? Probably a good amount of time. Right now, I'm at like low 6 figures a month. So yeah, I would like to say it's going to be easy, but it's really not going to be easy. I'll probably be at $1 million a month within hopefully a couple years. That'd be pretty nice. But $1 million a month is still a ton of money, dude. Like I would need so much money saved up. I don't know. So it's going to take me a while to get there, unfortunately. Do you apply ICT concepts to a breakout trade? I use fair value gaps, inverse fair value gaps, BPRs, and liquidity a lot. So kind of, yeah. Your other business, I'm not going to say. Vito is clearly not rich. I've never seen him do a money spread or wear Balenciaga. I actually have a video. I have a picture on my Instagram of me wearing Balenciaga. So you are, in fact, not correct. In my first post where I posted myself buying my dad a supercar, I'm wearing Balenciaga shoes in it. Therefore, your point is invalid. That's the only Balenciaga I have. It's not letting me in the Discord. You should get an email with like the link to join. Yes, I manually closed it. The 1 minute candle is looking really bad. Why isn't it easy? Because if it was easy, everyone would do it. You have more accounts to your trades in the future, the way you just multiply wins or losses. I won't ever add accounts. I'll just add more money into my own account. Your strategy going to be valid for the next couple of months. Trading for too long. PA becomes horrible at the end of the year, even in November. Yeah, but I would... Last November, PA was bad because of Biden. Biden's just a boring president for news. So you want stuff to be happening with this. And Trump is just going batshit crazy with everything. So I think as long as Trump is in office, the strategy is going to be amazing. User makes $3 million a month off info. That is wrong. I know how much he makes. It's over $1 million, but it's definitely not 3. How to control emotion on a losing streak. Just hop on demo. If you're on a really bad losing streak, hop on demo, figure out what you're doing wrong, and change it. Can you explain a BPR on how it works? A BPR is just 2 overlapping fair value gaps, and it's just a fair value gap on steroids. So, yeah, just learn what a fair value gap is. But yeah. Are those Balenciaga reps though? Yes, they were. It's fake Balenciaga, but it's a 1-to-1, so it's good enough for me. I don't think I'll ever buy real designer, bro. That's like such a waste of money. So yeah. I don't even like the shoes, bro. So I don't even wear them. Just praying to God, help you stay consistent, not be greedy. Absolutely. God is the number one thing that helped me within trading. It took me like 2 years to become profitable. That's on like BPR copying accounts versus just having a live account. Either one works. PB trading, great dude. Talk to him a little bit. Yeah, whatever works. Like if that works for him, amazing. But I just like a live account because the fills are really important for my strategy. So I don't want the delay of having everything to like copy. So I just do a live account my way. That's it. What happens in 5 years when trading is different? I'll just do whatever works. I'm not here to promote my secret strategy. I'm here to make money. So whatever strategy is going to make me the most money, I'm going to learn it and I'm going to tell you guys about it too. I don't care. So yeah. Do you keep your savings in one bank account? I have almost no money in my bank account. I have all my money reinvested basically. Your stream subscription was $90 last November? Yes, I remember that. Crazy. How was the strat when Biden was in office? It was good. It wasn't as good as it was now though. How do you control emotions while in a trade? I just know if I don't control my emotions, I'm going to lose, and I hate losing. So yeah, I just do what I need. I do whatever it takes to win. And if that means controlling my emotions, then I control my emotions. What prop firm do you prefer? I think Top Step is pretty good. If we become profitable, what is the turning point in your journey? The turning point in your journey is realizing that there is no turning point. It's going to be consistent work every day and just getting a little bit better every day. You think about Einstein of Wall Street? Never heard of him. I need help with weekly outlooks. How do you... Why would you do... Why, like, I don't understand. Weekly and monthly outlooks, why are you trying to predict the market? Why are you trying to predict the market when you can just react to what it gives you? Why would you try and predict something that's made to beat you? Like, what? Common sense, guys. Why would you try and predict what's going to happen? We can just wait and see what happens and then react to what it's showing you. Like, come on, guys. I think velocity trading will work in 3 years. I would say the chances of it working are higher than it not working. I don't know though. Why don't you ever actually show your broker? Oh my fucking God. Are we fucking stupid? I'm going to go to my recent video and I'm literally going to show you the fucking broker. Oh my God. I can't stand when people are so fucking... Why don't you show your actual broker? Why don't you show your actual broker? What the fuck is this then? Members of my Discord. What the fuck is this? What is this on your screen right now? The broker. The broker statement of the broker. Like, come on, guys. Come on. If that's rage bait, that was amazing rage bait. 50K personal, 1 mil funded. I don't know. Probably like a mil funded, to be honest. What's this? Silophacy? What even is that word? I have no idea what that means. I don't know. I never used Top Step personally, so I can't tell you. 10-7 rage bait? Yeah. Just keep working at it, Nico Scales. Obviously, that's right. Why don't you show Hero? I've showed Hero before, but I don't do the trading on Hero, so it doesn't really show anything. Hero's just... It's like, there's no trading. The trading isn't done on Hero FX. I hope you know that. So there's no point of me showing it. It's just going to show my balance number. It's just going to show the same number that you just saw in the broker statement. So there's not really any point. I've shown it before though, but yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I'm clipping this. You don't have to clip it because it's recorded. Show the win rate. My win rate is like a 73% all time. This looks pretty bad. it's not that bad because these are break-even trades right here. So if you subtract these two, this win rate is going to be 8 out of 11. Let's check what that is. So about a 73% this month. You do live trading for free once a week. I do live streams twice a week for free. Yeah. It shows that you use it. Why would I lie about using Hero FX? I'm not fucking sponsored by them anyway. Why would I lie about that? Guys, are we stupid? Often you take withdrawals? Not very often. Why is your win rate so low? Because I'm a horrible trader. Now we're just rage baiting. All right. What time do you wake up? I wake up at 8 to trade at to hop on stream at 9. All right. I appreciate you all. I love you all. I gotta go. If you haven't already, go watch my recent video. I think it'll be very helpful for you. Yeah, go watch this. I think it's a very helpful video on how you can take advantage of news events and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, I love you. I appreciate you all. Now I'll see you guys tomorrow trading. Peace. Have a good one. I have to go. I'm sorry. See you guys.